Very good. Where did this come from?
What is it?
E-Rock hands me an old newspaper article.
E-Rock.
You know, because the new listeners don't understand how deep the hatred goes for Howard Stern. First of all, Howard's best friend was Ant's ex's divorce lawyer, so there were problems there. And there's a quote in this article, Stern gets personal. Opie and Anthony yanked off the air for getting Howard riled up again. Where'd you find this fucking thing? Oh, you brought it in? Who's that guy? Oh, he's a friend of yours, and he just happened to have this today?
Yeah.
That is so
Wow, what
weird.
a coincidence.
No, because it's exactly what we're talking about.
Wow.
What, he wants us to sign this? Usually, like, fans come in and they want us to sign old newspaper articles and stuff. So this guy, who's just a friend of Ben's, who showed up out of nowhere, we're talking about Anthony's divorce, and hands an article that I guess he wants us to sign after the show. It's from the New York Post, and there's a huge quote here. It says, it's from Stern, "Shut your mouth or I'll bring your wife in here, the one you're divorcing that nobody knows about."
Ah, yeah, that's great. Go ahead. There is nothing she could say that I haven't said on the air.
And that's why
Nothing.
And that's why we talk about Howard and his daughters. And
How about you talk about your divorce, Howard? How about you go on and talk about what a treat it must have been for that poor woman to live with your sorry fucking ass every day? Go ahead. There is nothing. I think I said this when this article came out, didn't I?
Yeah, this is great.
It's like, he's threatening. He was threatening like it's going to be some kind of John DeBella fucking scenario where some ex-wife comes on his show and spills her guts. There's nothing I didn't talk about on the air about that situation. I don't think he said word one about his divorce. How much you have to give her? Oofa! Now that must be some bill. That has to be some bill. And how much of that $500 million is she still getting?
Yeah, you got to think she's getting some of that. This is pretty fun, though. Opie and Anthony yanked off the air for getting Howard riled up again. Just in case you thought all this shit we talk about from time to time is bullshit. The radio feud between Howard Stern and the team of Opie and Anthony has grown so intense that Stern is now threatening to bring in Anthony's ex-wife for a kiss-and-tell expose. Shut your mouth or I'll bring your wife in here, the one you're divorcing that nobody knows about, a furious Stern told listeners yesterday.
Nobody knows about.
I could in 2 seconds. Believe me, the stories aren't too good.
No, they're great.
Meantime, Opie and Anthony banned from even mentioning Stern's name months ago. See? It's all reported. If you think
it's all out
this
there.
Shit up.
We didn't make it up.
Just Google our names. Mentioning Stern's name months ago, were mysteriously AWOL yesterday, causing speculation that they were either suspended or subjected to front office thrashing that lasted through their entire 5-hour program.
Thank you. Another thrashing by management.
That's what the people in the radio world, they don't get it. They do their fake suspensions and stuff. Oh. If you're a brave broadcaster, you get suspended for real. That's the difference between us and the rest of the pack.
And it's not a week off like where they take a vacation and go, he's been suspended. We get a day here, a day there, where they're like, no, you're just not going on today.
I can't tell you how many times we got suspended. It was like another day to play golf. That's all that mattered.
We walked out. We loved it.
On Tuesday, O&A crowed that they had slipped one over on a certain radio show host in Stern's song parody contest. Oh, this was great.
Oh, I forgot. This was payback. God, there was so much back and forth back then.
We had so much payback. We had pests from the beginning, by the way. We're just finally acknowledging that this whole pest mentality exists, and we're encouraging these fuckers.
Yeah.
But it's always been part of our show. We've always had a very interactive radio show with our listeners, and pests give us reports every single day. Anyway, Stern unwittingly played an entry from Anthony's brother Joe, a regular contributor to O&A on the air. This story is so fucking good. And fucking Imus, to this day, talks about this with me. Goes, that was fucking brilliant. It was brilliant. He's doing our stuff and he doesn't even. Know it. Said a clucking and gloating Opie.
Did you cluck that?
Did you cluck and gloat?
Yeah, like the chicken.
Oh, clucking and gloating.
Clucking and gloating.
This is one of the better fucking stories, man. The team told listeners that they'd had more to say about the contest prank on Wednesday, but instead, NEW listeners heard a slap-together best-of show while the station's switchboard reportedly told callers that O&A were in a meeting and should be on the air live shortly, but they never were. A spokesman for Viacom owner of both NEW and Stern's K-Rock show, declined to comment, except to say O&A took a vacation day.
Yeah, see, this is what they used to have to do. Any hack jock will take a vacation, and the people say, they were suspended.
Hurrah, hurrah.
With us, they suspended us and had to say we were on vacation.
Right. They took a vacation day out of nowhere.
Vacation day. Hey, Ope, let's go to Barbados for the day.
All hell's breaking loose around us, and we need a day off. No, we would always get in there and fight.
Jesus
We fight
Christ.
to this day. Kumia, who is an accomplished song parodist, that's Anthony's brother, produced at least one Stern contest entry called Fat Naked Fag, a riff on Survivor millionaire Richard Hatch. Yeah, Howard was doing this hack bit where he was getting song parodies, and we had more than one in the top 5.
Yeah, in the top 5.
That we submitted ourselves.
Yeah.
And he's ranting and raving on his show how great this song is, and he's playing it over and over again.
Oh, was he pissed when he found out.
And then we fucking broke it to everyone on our show that great song that Howard's talking about every day is our song.
Oh, wow. Actually, both were really good. The other one was a parody of Everlong by the Foo Fighters, which was really good as well.
And we had 2 in the top 5, and it was a huge contest. It was a huge prize they were giving away. It was a real big deal, and we snuck 2 in there, and they became they were in the top 5. Our fucking bosses wanted us fired that day because this fucking loser can't take this at all on any level.
That was one of the situations I totally forgot about until right now. Yeah. There have been so many meetings with the bosses where we were threatened with our jobs about Howard, and I completely forgot about this one.
What was the job threat? What was the...
Talk about Howard and you'll be fired.
Yeah, simple as
that. That was it. Fuck with his contests or his show and you'll be fired. Unbelievable.
And this is all Howard had to say about it. They have a quote in this article. Do something original on your own program. Stern rallied yesterday after caller blew the whistle. But we were doing something original.
Right.
It was an original song. We just decided to play it on your show.
Play it on your show. Why not?
Because you used to say how we were hacks and stuff. So we were showing you how brilliant we actually were by giving you material that you said was brilliant.
I mean, think of the audience that was that got to hear our material.
Right.
And my brother's material.
I've got so many imitators. It's like, love me, Daddy, please love me, pay attention to me, mocked Stern.
So the love me, Daddy quotes came from.
Yeah.
Hey, Howie, if you maybe would have listened to the one that really was crying, love me, Daddy, your daughter Emily, she might not have been naked on a fucking stage in some Jewish production of God knows what. Maybe the love me, Daddies, maybe if you didn't hear us
this gotta come to
in
an
your
end,
head.
This just has to fucking stop. Somebody has to die.
Yeah, maybe if you heard that, instead of imagining us yelling love me, Daddy, and heard the real girl that was yelling love me, Daddy, when you left your family, and she got into a naked play.
Rappers don't go this long without somebody getting shot.
That's the real love me, Daddy.
That's
right
the
there.
real love me, Daddy.
Oh,
don't worry about us.
And then another quote from Howard in this article. I'm not your daddy, stupid ass, growled Stern. We got so under his skin. And then Imus was on his show, which is also owned by the company, laughing and thinking it's the greatest thing ever. But we learned a long time ago that poor Howard Stern can't take a joke. Can't take a joke. Stern has never mentioned his afternoon counterparts by name, and they have been forbidden to mention his. Well, he did start mentioning our name as soon as we got fired, and we couldn't fight back, by the way. That's a fact. Their feud erupted last February when O&A crashed a news conference for Stern's TV show, Son of the Beach, and were promptly ejected by Stern. O&A returned the fire in April.
What a clusterfuck this was.
Holy shit, I forgot all this stuff.
Let me ask you guys this. I was listening to Stern when I was a kid, coming up. It's like, doesn't he have the weaponry? You guys, aren't you two fair countries? Like, your armies are just as powerful.
We assumed.
Dude, we didn't have an army when we went after them. Now we got the power behind us, but we were just two dicks that weren't going to take his shit.
We assumed that he would fight back, and we were totally ready for it, but he never really fought back on the air.
Like, you got the Ramon thing, and he had the Baba Booey thing. Like,
right.
Doesn't he have this? It's like y'all.
It's like the same.
It's China and U.S. in this situation, isn't it?
We're proud to say we were the first radio show that he didn't know how to handle and did not go after.
So just ran to management. We went right to Mel Karmazin.
We're proud to say we were the one that he couldn't take on.
Yeah, all the other
It's a
ones
fact
just
that's been
folded.
written about many, many times.
All the other ones, I mean, and some of them are historic. The DeBella situation, those two clowns out in California.
Mark and
Brian. I mean, those were just brutal beatings that Howard gave those guys because their program directors told them the best way to deal with Howard is to ignore him. That's what we do. So when he attacks, you just ignore him and it'll go away, and he wound up crushing them. And we knew that. So we weren't going to take any shit.
And that's where it started. And
we are like, you know, I'm pretty humble when it comes to this show, and you know, when people compliment us, it's thank you and everything like that. But when it comes to battling, if someone shoots a pea shooter at us, we pull out a cannon and just fire it back. Like, it's ruthless.
Was you ever nervous at any point? Like, okay, when when you got together, did you take one gulp and go,
no.
All right,
nervous that we were going to be fired a couple of times, yeah.
But never nervous about
him and what he could do?
No.
Fuck no.
Nope.
I said in the Long Island Press article we did recently, they asked that question, and I said, I haven't been scared of that guy in 12 years. There was a time 12 years ago when I was doing this radio thing, sure.
Definitely. That's what I'm saying. It's like
that's
happens,
being honest right there. Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
But for the last 12 years, absolutely
he's
not.
a juggernaut. It's just like, okay, at the time he was fucking. He's at the juggernaut. So it's like, was it like you just go, all right, Ant, you ready for this, or was you just like, what, motherfucker?
No, it was just like, come on, bring it.
Bring it on.
Yeah,
bring it.
We were ready.
On. So listen, these 3 paragraphs are really funny in this old article. Their feud erupted last February when O&A crashed a news conference for Stern's TV show Son of the Beach and were promptly ejected by Stern. He waited in his limo outside the hotel. He didn't do shit. He had all his people behind the scenes do it. He waited in a limo until we left the hotel, and then he walked in to do his stupid press conference. O&A returned the fire in April by blowing the whistle on a surprise rock concert announcement Stern had been promising. That's the oldest gag in radio, but... And last month, Stern Show regular High Pitch Eric was arrested for making a bomb threat on
I forgot about that.
On O&A's answer machine.
I forgot about that.
High Pitch Eric threatened to kill you, motherfucker?
Yeah, and he got arrested for
a bomb threat on my answer machine.
He was going to blow you up.
I'm going to kill you, fuckers. Oh, my God, there's a bitch on the radio threatening to kill you.
God damn.
High Pitch.
And then finally, we had 2 in the top 5 in this song parody contest. Incidentally, Stern will announce his $10,000 grand prize winner this morning. This is an old article, but... So he was giving out $10,000, and Anthony's brother would have won if we kept quiet. We should have kept quiet until Brother Joe got to 10 grand and then blown the whistle.
Yeah.
It would have made an even better story. Oh God,
funny shit. God damn.
All right, we gotta take a break. We've been at it an hour and a half.
Yeah. Memories.
Memories. Yes.
You go on for half an hour about each of those different events, too.
I know.
Platinum records getting shattered.
Oh, I know. We got all the stories where he was breaking shit in his office because he just did not know how to handle us.
Where's my daughter? They're hot. And one's just got the biggest set of those big Jewish tits. You just want to stick one between it. Ooh, you're Howard's daughter, aren't you? Yeah, he hung up on me in '86. I'm just gonna bang you. Howard's daughter. Bang you. Stick one between it. Ooh, the soiling her. Ooh, I think that's wonderful, Howard. That cum is a bitch.
A lot of people asking us about censorship in satellite radio because it's a hot topic lately.
Yes, it certainly is.
We don't have censorship here, ladies and gentlemen.
Nope.
We can now talk about Howard freely and how he's a hypocrite and a fucking phony.
Center. Fred.
Yeah, the Stern, Emily Stern remixes continue to come in, by the way.
Yes.
First, you saw the infamous sexy home videotapes of Pamela and Tommy Lee making love. Now, for the first time, the stolen video sex tapes of Howard Stern.
Oh, baby. Oh, I'm so horny for you. Oh, yeah, it's all good, baby. It's all good. I'm so lucky, baby. You're the sexiest woman on earth, baby.
Howard, who are you talking to?
Oh, Al, no one. I'm not talking to anyone.
All right, I gotta go.
Before you go, do me a favor. Get me some tissues, honey.
Just a few that have come in.
It's funny shit.
We have at least another 30 to go through. We'll play some more of the better ones.